Alrighty.
Hello. We are here again with another episode of Lunar Confessions with the illustrious Brian of the Void Signal podcast. So, yes, thank you so much for coming on and joining our little radio show, whatever you want to call this. I don't know.
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
stream, whatever.
it's totally fair. I
Uh,
don't even know what to call my own thing anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah. At
yeah.
least you have a term podcast. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
This is a
I've
radio podcast. I don't know what the fuck it is or something.
I've grown fond of calling it a radio show. But
Yes.
Radio show, podcast, whatever.
Mhm.
Just it is what it is.
Right, right.
Mm.
Well, then, actually, that's a perfect segue into first question. So, introduce yourself to the audience and tell us a little bit about the Void Signal radio show.
Uh, well, thank you. So I, Brian Prime, I started Void Signal. I started out doing journalism, writing for Region Magazine for a long time, doing print journalism, interviews and reviews and things like that. And had always been complimented on my voice throughout my life and decided that, I might as well try and combine my love of music and my interest in journalism and writing with, having a radio show and having a podcast. I'd been encouraged a lot. So finally decided to sit down and teach myself how to do it, and just started out with a gaming headset and, just recording, over Skype and shit like that. And, somewhere along the way, it just became a thing that other people started to care about. And it's not, it's not a huge source of income or anything by any means, but it's provided me a lot, and it's made me rich in so many other ways, by either bringing people into my life or affording me opportunities to go do things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So it definitely has paid off, and it began as like a radio show, just sort of, I'm going to interview a musician or an artist, and they'll tell me whatever interesting thing. I wanted to dial in on like the person, excuse me. And I just, somewhere along the way, I decided that it was like, well, this is my show and I can do whatever I want with it. So I'm going to have a trivia episode, or I'm going to interview somebody who's not a musician, because there are other people in the world who have passions and have interesting things to say. And it has really branched out to just being about people who give a shit about something. And yeah, I'm proud of it. It's come a long way, and I'm happy with the direction it's been going. So yeah, that's my little thing. And just real quick, one of the biggest milestones for me, at least, is that like I've gotten to do it live at Mechanismus Festival, at Dark Force Fest, and those are great. Those are wonderful highlights. But having somebody tell me like, oh, listening to your show allows me to like go be able to take a shower, or I didn't feel alone on a car ride, or whatever the case might be. That's way more important to me than, getting to go do this other stuff. Touching people, being there for someone when maybe they just need someone to listen to.
Oh, I really love that. I'm trying to remember, because I feel like I started listening early on, but maybe not at the very beginning. When do you remember like what year you started Void Signal specifically?
It was right after like the pandemic. I want to say like 2021, because it's somewhere about there. Yeah. And it's because it's turning 4 years old this year.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, 150 something episodes later, something like that.
Is it really that many? Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, how did you come up with the name Void Signal for the show?
I wanted something that was like, that sounded cool as shit. First off, I mean, like that's the goal, right? Is like, how cool can I make this? But I wanted to really dial in on the idea of, because I went to school for creative writing, and had written a short story called Beyond the Stars. And I just was really into the idea of hearing something, being broadcasted through the waves, and it has bounced who knows where, and it has somehow landed in your ears. Like I used to be really into like listening to the radio late at night, and it would be like, oh,
Yeah.
this some satellite in Alaska is bouncing this strange radio station I've never heard
Yeah.
into where I am in Florida or wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
So
AM radio. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to dial in on the idea of like, you know, from somewhere out there, like here's a signal coming through, and it's a voice, and it's people talking, and or it's trivia, or it's narration, or whatever.
I love that. So Eryk, I switched up that question if you want to take the next one.
Oh, sure. What were some of your favorite episodes that you've made?
I've made so many. I like the trivia episodes a lot. I just like getting people together and just having some laughs, and you know, asking some dumb questions, and you know, maybe people know the answer, maybe they don't. But I like that it's different every time, because I kind of just do whatever I want. And some of my favorite episodes are the ones that are the unconventional ones of you know, my own interview with, you know, being the guest on my own show, being interviewed by Sam, was a fun and a delight. And
That sounds amazing.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I like the roundtable episodes because it's fun to, or episodes with multiple guests, because I like the sort of social chemistry that goes into pairing people together, of like, I think interesting conversation will develop between these people because of my impressions of them or whatever. The IMX episode was rad. Like, got to do that live in front of like all of the IMX patrons, and that was nerve-wracking, but you know, pulled it off, went well. And probably the one closest to my heart, that was probably like my Wasteland Weekend episode.
I was gonna say, I hope you mentioned that one. Yeah.
I tried really hard to sit and like use what I went to school for, and like, okay, I'm gonna craft a narrative and try and deliver that narrative. And you know, I'm not an actor. I'm not trained to be an actor. I've never tried to be a narrator before. But you know, I'm gonna just write this out and sit down and deliver my story in my own voice and my own words, and see how it goes. And I'm very proud of that one. Like, that one, I get choked up when I listen to it at times, because I'm just so like, oh my God, I made this thing, and that I'm so proud of.
Yeah. I just want to say that episode, that was the one that like I could close my eyes and like I can picture it, you know, like I felt like that was the one where, you know, like I felt like it was there. It kind of almost, you know, felt like a Hunter S. Thompson, you know, how he like picture and everything, you know what I mean? Like out in the desert too, you know what I mean? So
yes, that's very flattering. That is sort of what I was trying to kind of channel, was sort of gonzo journalism style of here I am in this place, and I'm a tourist here as much as my listener is.
Right. This is my trip report. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So thank you. Yeah, that one I'm extremely proud of.
Awesome.
So, words are hard. What does your process look like? You know, how do you come up with questions? How much idea you do, that kind of stuff?
This is sort of a peek behind my unprofessional curtain a little bit, but I don't. The show has always been invite only, of like, I'm gonna pick out this person because of their vibe or whatever they're making or the way they present themselves. And then beyond that, I don't do a ton of research. Like, I'll listen to someone's music, I'll watch their music videos, I'll learn about them, read a bio or whatever. But usually I don't write questions beforehand. I just sort of sit down and think about, what do I want to ask? What do I want to know? And sometimes that doesn't always work out for me, right? Like, sometimes it's like, can be a little not as polished as maybe I would like, but it comes across as, I like being candid, you know, just like, this is the first thing on my mind, of like, I want to know this, and you know, see what people say, and try to listen when they talk, and then follow up, because I feel like follow-up questions are, at least for me, where some of the best conversation can shine, because it gives people a chance to sort of like, you know, you get to tease out the details.
Right. No, and that's a more organic sounding conversation at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. I am just sitting down to talk. I have no plans, no agenda. Let's just see what shakes out. I've kind of taken that approach to doing the podcast the whole time, and so far so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks.
Yeah. Who's your like ultimate dream interview? You know, shoot big. Who's, you know, someone you really want to interview?
It's kind of cheesy to say, but like the artists I would have picked are the ones I've already gotten. I would love to redo them. Like having Jake from Health was amazing, but I was not at my best that day, and nervousness, anxiety, personal stuff kind of took over. So I would kind of like the chance to like do some things over. But as far as like dream artists, they were supposed to come on, and like everything was scheduled and in place, but like things fall through and people have life happen to them. I understand. And you know, I've learned by now, you never announce anything until you've recorded it, because anything could happen. But I Speak Machine is Tara is somebody who I want to have on the show. And we were going to set that up and make it happen. But, you know, LA fires, people start tours, things happen. Beyond that, I don't. Maybe Chord Hell. That would be a cool one. But I mean, he just like hit 1 billion streams on one of his tracks or something like that. So I don't foresee that one happening anytime soon. But something probably a little outside of the genre. Like the industrial goth dark music sort of genre or whatever is the space where I've sort of operated most of my time doing this, but it's not my main flavor really. So yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question.
Okay.
You can think about it.
Into the next one, what's the first goth or industrial artist that had a big influence on you?
Nine Inch Nails. I mean, not to, you know, be the cliche answer, but
well,
you know,
I mean, like that's kind of true for me and a lot of other people.
I mean, that's going to be true for a lot of people in the scene. Just being the right age, right time to see the video for Closer and be like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I've never heard music that sounds this way. And and listening to Downward Spiral in my teenage years, like it spoke to me. You know, it was a thing that was angry at times, but self-reflective in others, and can be sad, can be vulnerable, can express, you know, everything that teenage Brian was kind of going through. So that really left an impression on me. And from there, I, you know, stumbled over a magazine that was like, Nine Inch Nails is industrial music, and here's other examples of that. So I remember like going to like the local record store with like CDs, you know, all my Columbia box CDs of like my Blues Traveler and my Dave Matthews Band and my, you know, Ace of Base and all this shit. And I went and
we are the same age. I can tell.
Yeah, and I went and traded it in and got Ministry and like Skinny Puppy and like a KMFDM CD. And just the rest is kind of history from there. I've always sort of stayed involved in it.
So you were able to actually like physically trade in your CDs. Like, here's all my pop shit. Give me.
Yes. Yeah, literally just traded in for these things that like other people didn't seem to want. And I just, you know, it was amazing. And I happened to just, you know, they had the, you know, the CD store in the middle of nowhere, Florida, just happened to have Ministry, Psalm 69, Skinny Puppy, Rabies, and KMFDM Nil, which are still like my favorite records from each of those.
That's
probably.
Pretty decent CD shop, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, for, you know, baby's first industrial CDs, like it was, I could have done worse.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's so interesting. Like, I wish I had something like that growing up. There's a place that I live near now it's called literally Princeton Record Exchange, and that's what people do. You know what I mean? Record CDs, tapes, movies. But yeah, I wish I had that. I just had to
Yeah.
had to go to my whatever the fuck it was back then, FYE before that. I don't know, but
Yeah,
late-
and then from
late
there it
90s.
was stumbling over. I got one of the Industrial Revolution CDs, which if you never heard like that, it was like a compilation off like Cleopatra, and it was all kinds of bands I'd never heard of, like Leather Strip and Psychopomps and 16 Volt and so on, and just
Right.
so really broadened my taste from there.
Yeah, those Cleopatra mixes. Like I got into that later, but yeah,
Mhm.
that's an amazing label. Oh my god.
It
Yeah.
was. It
It
sucks
was
now.
well, yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
has their high points.
Yeah, everybody has their high points.
Yeah.
Certainly not even close to one now, but that's okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's all right. There's other good labels now, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's true.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
ton
exactly.
actually. Yeah. So all right, kind of switching gears a little bit. So how do you connect with so many interesting people and artists? Like literally, like do you? It sounds like it's invite only, like you said. So you're the one reaching out, and yeah, just like hoping for a response, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean that's kind of just, luck and charm. Like every person I've invited onto the show gets like an email, and it's like not a mass email or anything.
No,
Like
no,
it's
sure.
crafted every single time.
Mhm.
And I'm honest in it, and I just sort of I'm myself, and I'm just like, I'm a big fan. I want you on my silly little show. And for whatever reason, I guess I make it sound cool enough that they're like, oh fuck, okay, I'll come on this cool, little show or whatever. But I just ask nice, and like,
Right.
if you can make it work, like you're someone I would want to hear from and hear what you have to say. So yeah, it's kind of just a lot of like, oh, this person's doing a cool thing, or I like this band, or I like this artist, and I'm gonna have this person on, and they get the the golden invitation or whatever, and
Right.
if they accept, cool. If they don't, oh well, whatever.
Yeah. Do you ever invite anybody, like, do you ever go to a show and ask in person, or do you, if you know that you're going to see somebody at a show, I guess, like, do you try to set something up ahead of time to say, hey, I'm going to be at this festival, I'm going to be at your show, can we do something like there on the spot?
Yeah, for sure. I have little portable microphones, so I like doing sometimes on the spot stuff. Interviewed Pig that way, and a couple of others. Those are fun. I like doing those because they're just sort of a different vibe of like being in the same room with someone is a little bit different than just we're meeting on the internet. So I do like doing that, but I try not to ask people if they want to be on the show while I'm at their show.
Okay.
And the reason being is that, yes, sometimes that people are excited to do so, like with I Speak Machine, I just couldn't help myself. I'm like, I'm such a huge fan. I'm so in love. Please come on my show. And, she agreed, and we followed up and was going to happen and everything. But also, like, you're kind of putting somebody on the spot. Here's this person who just saw me perform and they want me to come on their whatever. And so I don't want to do that, I guess. I don't want to put somebody on the spot of like, hey, I'm right here in your face. You have to tell me no. Because people aren't going to do that, right? They're going to be like, yeah, sure, we'll make it work. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
they're not going to. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So I tend to not ask in person for the first time.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And that's good advice, because like sometimes I'll be out at a show and, this is like the nth time I've seen this artist and I'm like, they would be so great. But,
yeah,
yeah. Right.
Yeah. I would set it up beforehand for sure. And I've done that before where I'm like, hey, I'm going to be at the show. Like, let's get together before or after for a short chat. And that's cool. That's fine. But I just, don't want to put somebody on the spot in person because, and I find it's okay to explain who I am, be like, I'm this person and I run Void Signal and so on. You have a sticker or whatever, but just not follow that up with a like, oh, you should come on or you should blah, blah, blah. Cause I wouldn't want to be assaulted with that after I just played a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. All right. Talking about live shows, actually. So yeah, tell us about some of your favorite music festivals and what festival would you love to go to, but you haven't yet?
Ooh.
Mhm.
Mechanismus has always held sort of a special place in my heart because it was my first festival, and
Mm.
got to go and have 7 days of it.
Yeah,
And
it is a lot.
yeah, it is a lot. And I happened to go, my first festival also happened to be their longest one. And it
Okay.
was a trial, but like the lineup was amazing. Like
Mhm.
ESA and Health and Alice, and the list goes on and on of just Contravoid and Suicide Commando and Ivardensphere, and just like incredible performances every single night.
Mhm.
But that said, Mechanismus has kind of its own vibe to it.
Mhm.
Dark Force Fest is a very different sort of a
Yeah,
beast.
totally.
But I'd love to go to Resistance.
Mm.
That looks really cool, especially the lineup for this year is looking pretty
I
sweet.
saw that lineup and I'm like, wow.
I just saw Rotterdam announced, and that's one I would love to see.
So would I. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Remind me, where's Resistance? I'm trying to think. Sheffield?
Sheffield,
Sheffield?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Infest was happening like the
Mhm.
week after I left the area, but Resistance would be awesome. If you go,
Mhm.
let me know because I'm dying to go back to England.
Yeah.
And-
Unlikely to occur anytime soon. But
okay.
I would love to.
Oh,
Anybody from Resistance who sees this, like, hit me up. Like, I'll
yeah.
come do Void Signal
Yeah.
live.
Right.
You just got to fly me there.
Oh, that's the trick. Okay.
NBD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
easy.
Right. So okay, do you have any festivals coming up that are already like set?
The only thing I'm planning for currently is going to be at Dark Force again this coming
Mhm.
year. I will be doing my panel again, doing headliner trivia. That should be announced in the next month or so, or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
But gonna do that again. I've reached
yeah.
out. I'm gonna try and get as many people who like me to come play trivia as I can. And
Mhm.
so
It's a
yeah,
lot
Dark Force is what?
I said it was a lot of fun last time.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you. I
it was.
appreciate that. I really wanted it to be fun and enjoyable. And just really quick, on the last day of the fest, somebody outside was taking photos in front of the skeleton, and thought they were waiting to take their own photo, and they were like, "Oh, could I get a photo with you?" And I'm like, "Sure, absolutely." I'm like, my God, I'm always flattered when anybody wants a picture with me, of all things.
Mhm.
But they were like, "Oh, I came to the trivia, I joined a random team, and I ended up hanging out with those people the rest of the festival and the rest of
Oh,
the day."
oh
And
my god.
they were like, "I came here alone. I didn't know anyone." And
Oh,
they had been made plans to hang out the next day and meet up and do blah blah blah.
Mhm.
So hearing that was like, uh, okay, this was worth it. Like all
aw.
the all the running around, everything I did, all the money, worth it. So yeah, I get to do that again, and I'm excited for that reason. I like
Yeah.
bringing people together.
Mhm. Oh, I
Oh,
loved it. Yeah. I mean, I'm horrendous at trivia, so luckily Eric Gottesman he was a lot better at the questions than me, and so were my other teammates.
Yeah, but that's why it's a team, right?
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, I'm just
Right.
going to shove these people together, play on a
Mhm.
team, cooperate, use your
yeah.
communication skills.
Yeah.
And even if you don't know the answer, you might know enough to be like, ooh, it's definitely not the thing you just said.
Right.
Exactly.
So
I could help narrow it down.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
you're on the team. You got the prize.
Yeah. That's right. I did.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Veering off again. Other than the podcast or the radio show, any new side projects?
Yes. I was invited to a local DJ friend of mine here in Reno, DJ Zenobia, who has run Reno's local goth night for the last 10 something years.
Wow.
Has never missed a one.
Wow.
First Saturday of every month. And she mentioned to me that a hookah lounge in Carson City, about 20 minutes drive south of Reno, was looking for a DJ. And I was like, sure. Yeah, I'd love to.
Mhm.
And then, after finding out a little bit more about it, like, oh, this is their first time doing it. And also there's no other DJs. It's just you. And so I kind of had to very quickly, okay, well, I need 5 hours of music now or whatever it was.
Right.
So I did that and had a blast and was invited back. So I've got my own night now, I guess. Like
Great.
I love that.
I talked to the owner of the hookah lounge, Caterpillar's Lounge, and I was like, "What's the name of the night?" And they're like, "Oh, should it have a name?" I'm like, "Yes, it should."
Yes.
All these things have names. So
right.
I pitched Under Lounge, and everybody's been happy with that name, which I'm pretty humble most of the time, but Under Lounge is cool as fuck. So
no, I think it sounds great.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. So just decided to name it that and set it up, and it's happening again Friday, November 21st, from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And it's fun. I had a good time doing it because it was originally I was like, I'm gonna try and play, because the original poster for it said you're invited to our goth night, and I'm like, ooh, let's not call it that, because that's probably not what I'm gonna play.
Right.
And I don't want somebody who's showing up for Sisters of Mercy to be like, what the fuck is this guy playing?
Yeah.
So I had them switch it, and I was like, call it an industrial goth night at least. And then after I got the go ahead to just revise the flyer myself, I was like, well, I'm just going to put, all the genres I'm going to play, and I'm going to play whatever I want. And it went well. Like, I got a lot of compliments, and people like funk and EDM and hardstyle and neo-industrial and all of the other rando shit that I just decided I wanted to play. Witch House and just whatever struck my fancy. Funk. I love funk.
Yeah. Sounds like you do.
Yeah, I do. So gonna do that again and just kind of, subject people to my whims of musical taste.
Right. So who's your favorite funk artist or artists, I should say? Because I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with the genre, or at least I don't think.
Okay. It's good. It's really like electro punk, hip hop, industrially sort of aggressive. Like, it's just so good and just like makes me feel like I could flip a cop car when it comes on. Just my strength is just maxed out and I could just flip this fucking thing.
Oh man.
But it's a genre that has kind of kicked off on the West Coast, I think, but it's gotten really big in Brazil. And there's an artist, I believe, from Brazil called Death Pixie. And her stuff is just like punky and nasty and just like it's great. And I played 2 of her tracks at the last time I did the Under Lounge, and people were just like, oh, this song fucks. And I'm like, yeah, I know it does. Yeah.
And that's your job, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point, is like you're trying to introduce this audience, these folks in Reno or a suburb of Reno, to stuff that they probably haven't heard,
Yeah, exactly. Like I've seen it said online a few times of like, a good DJ is the person who plays the music you didn't know you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And so in an effort to do that, I'm trying to expose people to things that are maybe outside their normal sort of flavor in small doses. And, I'm happy with the result.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm a big fan of like, and I like when DJs do this. If I go to a night, they'll make a playlist afterwards. Maybe not like obviously you're playing for so long, but maybe just like pick and choose some of your faves from a night and just put it in. Like, hey, this is Under Lounge on this date. Whatever.
Yeah, completely agree. And I do intend to do that. It just can be a little difficult when, a track might not be on whatever streaming platform that you're making your playlist on. Because there's shout out to, there's an artist I've been super into that I would love to have on the show, actually. Monomort, and sort of electro, but has some witch house tracks and has some noisy kind of stuff. Just really, as a person who doesn't really pay much attention to genre, like I just want to make this thing. But has on their Bandcamp, you can go get it for free, is a remix of Caustic's Fuck That Fascist Beat. And it's incredible. It's like so good. It's such a fantastic remix. So like I played that, and like that might be absent from a playlist, but I do intend to. Yeah, but I do intend to put those together and just share them out so that it's like, if you heard something you liked, here's what it is. Because what's the point in trying to expose people to new music if you're not like, it's a secret. Like,
right.
whatever.
I know. It's funny. We were just talking to another DJ last time, and same thing. This topic came up again, and just like, no, make everything accessible. You know what I mean? Like, just because I played it that one time doesn't mean like I own the intellectual property of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And, don't, I'm not going to take credit for, don't gatekeep. That's stupid. Like anybody who does that shouldn't be a DJ.
Right. I mean, and I also like, I'll be honest, me and I've noticed a lot of other people at the clubs are like, Shazam, like, what is this? Oh, I'm going to figure it, screenshot. Yeah. I'm going to look this up later.
Yes. That's high praise to me of like, somebody wanted to know what the hell this was. Awesome. Sweet. But I'm also more than willing to be like, this is what it was. Like,
yeah.
Right.
I know. For me, that's a sign of a good DJ. It's just like, here, I'm putting on everything, whether it's Spotify title, whatever their YouTube, that could be a thing. But yeah, no, I agree. I like all of it. So what does the future of Void Signal look like? I know that's kind of a vague open-ended question, but I don't know, like, are you thinking about doing any other like special types of episodes, not just one-on-one interviews?
For sure. It has to change, I think. I like the audio only, this is sort of a phone call in the middle of the night kind of a vibe, but I think the future is in video and doing YouTube content and short form video content and things like that. So I think over the past year or two, I've had to learn pretty quick to just get over like, this is the same way that when I first started the podcast of like, this is your voice. You have to get over it. I've had to do the same with my face and just be like, this is what you look like. And whether you like it or not, like, this is what it is. And I think that the rise of things and platforms like Instagram and TikTok and so on has made people a lot more comfortable and a lot more open to everybody looks different. And, not everybody looks the same. And sometimes it can be, you can connect with someone a lot more if you're like, oh, they look like me, or they look like someone I know, or whatever the case may be. So the future of Void Signal is going to have to have more video. It'll continue being like, the audio radio show kind of a thing. But I also just kind of want to make just more content in general of just whatever, like, who cares what it is? Like, it's my thing. And from the start, it's been whatever I want it to be. So I'll just continue doing that. Like whether it's French toast content on Instagram or a trivia episode or an interview with somebody who nobody knows, like they don't make music, they just make their art in some bubble that no one has access to. Okay, cool. Well, they said this cool thing. But just making more stuff in general, shouting my voice out there until somebody hears it or likes it or whatever.
I like it. No, that's a good direction. And I agree. The visual element, it helps get your content. And I hate to say content, you know what I mean? Your voice, out to more people, just because, that's kind of, unfortunately, like we're not literally on the radio broadcasting over waves, radio waves, like, we could have been 30 years ago. But I think you're, I think you are good for it. I think I don't know how else to say it. I don't want to say it. You don't look bad, okay?
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Be nice to yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. And I mean, I've that's advice I would give to anyone of like just whatever it is you think you look like, it's fucking way worse than what anyone else is gonna think. So,
Yeah.
take that voice inside your head and just tell it to shut up for a second and just
Yeah.
get over it and just put yourself out there. Who cares?
Mhm.
Like life is too short to be frozen in place by fear. And otherwise you're just on the sidelines the whole time.
Yeah. You're not participating in your own life. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna veer off, and Eryk is gonna throw the standard oddball question at you now.
Okay.
That he asks everybody.
Okay, I'm so ready.
Yeah.
If you were ice cream, what flavor would you be and why?
And just so you know, he's not asking what your favorite flavor.
No, it's if you were an ice cream.
If I were one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof. It'd be kind of a gross one, I think, maybe. It would be like a coffee and weed sort of like maybe some cinnamon,
That sounds like a Ben and Jerry's flavor. I don't know.
Does. If it's not,
like coffee and or coffee flavored ice cream with chocolate covered weed nugs and a dash of cinnamon or something. Like that sounds like me.
Jeez. Wow.
Okay.
It might be delicious. I don't know.
That's how I am. I might be delicious, but who can know? Like it depends on the day, really. Like depends on when you get me.
Oh my god, I love it.
That's great.
That's a perfect answer.
Thank you. Yeah, I was not prepared for that question.
Yeah, I know. It throws everybody off.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. What socials can you follow Void Signal on?
Yeah.
Anything. The tagline I've come up with is anywhere podcasts haunt. And but you can follow Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky. That's a little neglected, but it exists. And that's it. I deleted the Twitter. There's a TikTok that is also neglected, but I did say that thing about short form video content. So
do you have a YouTube channel?
I do have a YouTube channel. And it just has audio copies of the podcast. It's sort of it's set up through an automated kind of a thing, auto publishing.
Okay.
But that'll have content on it at some point in the future.
Yeah, I know some people listen to audio through YouTube for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people do. And it's a popular platform and definitely deserves more of my time and attention, which I'll try and give to it. But,
so many things that you're already juggling.
Exactly. I mean, that's kind of the downside of it is that anytime I want to spend developing another component of this thing is time taken away from just doing more of the thing or developing it in some other way that it needs or is probably due for. So
I can completely sympathize with that. It's a constant balancing act, just like, what do I need to work on today? Right.
And nonetheless, and this isn't just true of me, but it's true of like, you guys as well as every guest that comes on either your show or mine, is a lot of us are working 40-hour-a-week jobs. And then when we're not at those, we're trying to find a balance between pursuing the thing we love or the passion project that we want and just doing things we love, right? Like I want to go to a show or I want to go hang out with this person or stay at home or whatever and
watch TV.
I want to sit and watch a fucking movie and just not think about my job for some hours. So trying to find a balance with all of that stuff is the hardest part of trying to do anything these days.
Oh man, all valid points.
I feel like that feeds well into the next question.
Yeah. So I guess along those notes, any advice for somebody interested in starting a creative project? I guess definitely, I'll just say, to start off with, like, carve out the time to do it. But I guess beyond that, like, I guess you could speak from your own example, like, you know, how you started this project, which I would definitely call
Yeah.
creative.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
do consider it to be creative as well.
Mhm.
I once upon a
Yeah.
time I maybe didn't. I just thought I was like, oh, I'm doing whatever. I'm just a whatever.
Mhm.
But and I, you know, my advice comes with the caveat of like, I don't know how successful you would call me. I feel successful to myself and enriched by what I've done. So speaking from that point of view, at least, whatever the project may be that you want to do, just fucking do it. Like,
Right.
just, you know, for me, it was, I just have to overcome my hangups and my inhibitions and the last vestiges keeping me from doing this thing and just do it.
Mm.
Just make it happen, put it together, put it out in front of eyeballs, and it's not going to be great the first time. It's
Right.
not going to be fucking perfect the first time. It's going to
Mhm.
be shitty and it's going to sound like shit and it's going to look like shit and it's going to be garbage, but it's your first
Mhm.
time
Yeah.
and you do it again until you get better at it.
Mhm.
And if it turns out that this project, this dream, this whatever is maybe not scratching the itch you wanted it to, then pick something else. Like
Mhm.
the world is your oyster. Like just find a thing, find an outlet, find something to pour yourself into, and then just do it. Pursue it as hard as you can.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I think that I found, at least when I start a creative project, or at least I put myself in creative spaces, that attracts other creative people to
Mhm.
me, which has been really wonderful and just like opened up my friend circle,
Yeah.
honestly. And that's probably one of the nicest things about all of this, like, you know, me meeting Eryk and other people that I've just, you know, met up with at shows.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
totally. And it's a chance to, you know, interact with and work with people who maybe you're operating in similar spaces,
mhm,
such as like, you know, that's the way through the three of us are.
mhm.
Right.
But it's a chance to, this is how this person does it.
Yeah.
And they may be different than how I do it. And that's fine because,
Mhm.
Right.
you know, everybody's allowed to do it their own way. And more importantly, that, you know, personal touch on everything is what can help you stand out. Is
Yeah.
like, I am doing something different and it's different because it's me or because
Mhm.
of the
Right.
flavor I put on it or whatever.
Yeah. All good advice.
So just because
Mhm.
someone else is doing something similar or
Mhm.
close to what you want to do is not a good enough reason to not do it.
I like
Absolutely.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I had to kind of tell myself that when I started writing, because I know
Mhm.
factually that I am not a gifted writer, and I
You
know
need
I've
to hush right now.
I
Yeah.
would absolutely disagree with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you. I don't. You know, you read these professional, you know, people
Sure.
who went to school for it, you know,
Right.
and it's like, well, I know I could never do that. However,
Mhm.
because if I, you know, put out something in my own voice, then at least it's different. It's different. It's clearly different from, you know, a
Right.
trained writer. It's like, oh, well, here's the writing of an untrained person, and but at least it's
Mhm.
written by a human. So,
Yeah, it's
you know.
written by a person. And
Mhm.
you know, that was the thing that I tried to do when I sat down to write the Wasteland episode was just
Mhm.
I'm not a professional journalist. I don't know what it's like to go write on a location or take notes on location.
Right.
So like
Right.
calling
Yeah.
stuff up from memory and just being like and telling it in your own words
Mhm.
is more important than, you know, trying to imitate something, I
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah. Imitation is I don't know, it's a dead end. Yeah, you're never
It's
gonna do
allegedly a source of flattery, but I think that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you could say that, but it's also kind of just feels hollow at the
Yeah.
end of
And
the
I
day.
think we're living in an age of like people need to of authenticity, right?
Yes.
Like people
Yeah.
are being authentic, being true, being who they are. And I think using your own voice is more important than ever for whatever it is you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people can recognize authenticity immediately, and then conversely they can pick out like when somebody's just
Hmm.
putting on a
Yeah.
mask, feeling really fake. I know for me personally that's like an instant turn off. Like I can I can tell you're not into this.
Yeah.
I wish I was I had such clairvoyance, but you know, I am a person who has been fooled by people who
Oh, sure.
was
100%.
you know, not to derail or anything, but just like
No, derailing.
as
Yeah.
as much as I enjoy being an authentic, transparent person myself and just living my life honestly and just speaking my mind all the time.
Mhm.
There are people who just are fake as shit and they just are out to better only themselves. And, you know, goddamn the consequences to anybody else.
Yeah.
And I don't have any patience or sympathy or tolerance for anybody like that.
Yeah.
Like just, you know, narcissists and
Mhm.
abusers and people using others for their own self-interest. They can all fuck off.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Well said.
Thanks.
So yeah, I guess on that note, thank you again, Brian, for joining our humble little show here. And
Can I, if we're about to wrap up, can I ask you guys a question before we're done?
absolutely,
Sure.
yes,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. What is something that you've been enjoying recently? And your answer can be anything.
Oh God,
Ooh.
Eryk, you go first.
Oh fuck! Really?
I'm gonna throw a bunch of the bus. Sorry. Oh shit, I don't know. Fuck.
Like just anything.
Yeah,
Anything.
it could be. It doesn't have to be
Book,
like a big.
movie,
Alright,
TV
well,
show. Just what's something
I'm a-
that you're jazzed about when you wake up?
All right, I'm a total dork, but I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately.
Okay.
Minecraft. All
Let's
right.
go. That's cool.
Yeah, that's an
I mean,
answer.
if that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's a game that I don't
I've never
necessarily fully grasp the long-term satisfaction from it, I guess, of like, I mean, I can kind of understand like, oh, I built this whole world and I did this whole
Right.
thing and I've had this whole adventure in this place, but it was just, I bounced off of it a lot. I got impatient, I guess. I was like,
Gotcha.
and plus like, I like pixel graphics on my games in small doses, but I also sometimes
but
I'm
it's
like, the fucking games looked like that when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, you know, I fucking,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, do I want to play some Minecraft or do I want to play something that looks sick as shit with like, you know,
Right.
crazy, you know, let's get this graphics card moving. Like, let's see, like,
Yeah.
you know, see
Yeah.
some pixels. Like,
Right.
so but yeah, I can understand like the attachment to it.
That's so funny. Yeah, I don't have the time for video games.
Sure.
I wish I did. I'm still so I guess this is lame. I'll have a couple of answers, I think. But like
My answer wasn't lame. Come on.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I'm still doing my I do ceramics once a week. I go to a little class and I make my little ceramic dishes and then I get to give them away as gifts or attempt to sell them but they're usually gifts because like
Yeah.
I don't like asking money for my stuff.
No, and it's cool. That's a cool answer. And actually
Oh.
I'm gonna call you out because
Oh.
I actually have one of your plates right here.
Oh, you've got one of the skull ones. Oh yeah, Eryk's got one too.
Yeah,
I
right
like
here on
that
my
one.
desk.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay!
So along with
yes.
your
Yeah,
skull
love that one too.
soap that you made.
Yes, I got mine. I
The
got
one
in the
sits
back.
on the other.
Oh, yay! Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
so that's a cool answer. Like you go make a fucking thing. So
I do.
Yeah.
I do get to make
for
some
you.
things, which is awesome. Also, I believe Sadie gave me this little skull.
Yes.
One of the Dark Forces.
Oh yeah,
And-
it's a lip balm.
Yeah, and the head screws off in this lip balm,
Yeah.
which is it smells amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still got a bunch of soap skulls and all kinds of other. I've started making cat skull soaps and candles.
Nice.
And yeah,
That's cool.
It's like, oh, I can just make gifts for people.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, and ceramics is, you know, learning a thing, honing a craft, like that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Well, I always answer the question myself, even though
Yes,
this is
please.
not my show. But what have I been enjoying lately?
No.
I had a wonderful Halloween and got to dress up in like a couple's costume, and I was Chucky, and my manager was Tiffany. And
she looked amazing.
Thank you so much. We were pretty cute. I have to admit, but I had a wonderful Halloween, and It was just a really good Halloween weekend, like, and having a good holiday, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but at least for myself, and I'm sure many listeners and viewers, like maybe there's some holidays that are not so pleasant to recall, right? Like, or, ooh, could have done without that one. But, when you do have a good one, I think it is worth taking a moment to just be like, it was good and it was great, and just appreciate that it was. Be glad that the thing happened and not sad that it's over, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And Halloween, I mean, Eryk can I'm sure agree. Yeah. I mean, like Halloween is kind of like the high water mark, for the two of us at least, and a lot of my friends. So my I'll call my executive producer and I. It's because he buys all the music. We had a lovely Halloween. We did not have a couple's outfit because we never match. We've never done that. We can't get organized enough. But he was a giant pizza slice.
I was telling Sadie that next year I'll wear the sexy costume and she can wear the because I look like an overgrown toddler. Like, Chucky's a fucking doll, right? Like,
right.
I just like look ridiculous, and she gets to wear like a sexy costume.
Sure.
So
I hate to say it, but that's usually how it goes.
So next year she did suggest like maybe we just gender swap, and I'll go as Tiffany and she'll go as Chucky. And
I love that idea.
I'll just dress all slutty. So
yes, do it.
We'll see how that goes.
I would love to see pictures. That would be hilarious.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to inflict that on the world, but okay.
At least in the Void Signal server.
Yeah. Put it in the Discord.
Yeah, Void Cord can see it. But
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. That's a perfect note to end on. I'm very happy. Thank you again for coming out and showing your face and
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, totally. This was a ton of fun. All right. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
I'm Angie.
Hi, I'm Johnny. We are Dead Cool, and you're watching
Moonburns Productions.